It doesn't actually give me any information on why this chicken looks like a wrestler. Bullshit.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Bullshit.
Welcome back to Monster Rancher 3, everyone. In the last episode, Proton Jr. is kicking all kinds of ass. I think he is ready to move up a class, so we're going to sign him up for this tournament. Because especially by the time we get to the end of June, he's going to be good to go. Look at him shadowboxing. And walking away proudly. I think I said I'm just going to do power straight through, yeah? Yeah, we'll just do power until he goes up a class.
And then we need to do life a bit, I would... Or defense. How's his defense looking?
Well, so far he's doing fine. Like, that's why I usually throw him into a tournament immediately, just so I can gauge where they're at and what their weaknesses are. Keep going! So... I don't know, he's much easier to raise than Sora. Sora was having a devil of a time, but I may have rushed him too fast. Like you said. But he doesn't seem to be less unhappy, or... Proton Jr. is less unhappy all the time.
Yes.
And I'm not sure why. And our policy, our raising policy is less harsh now too, which is strange.
Luria, bungles.
Our training's...
Ooh, what if the cat's really talking to you? It just looks like the old lady's talking.
He's making her move her lips.
Have her talk again. Aw.
Let's say the other monster is far stronger. Nope. Alright, we're out of here.
Well, see you later.
Okay. But yeah, just, I don't know. Always trying to do better. Always trying to learn more in the game.
Why are Moogles so cute?
I'm trying to make that my new tagline for myself, just always trying to do better. Like, it's not a literal tagline. This is still PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where it's your Let's Play too. But that, you know, at least for me, I want to keep in mind that I'm always trying to improve. I don't want to, like...
Aww. It's just bringing up so many people, like, saying Moogles are cute. In the Crystal Bearers, they're effing cute. Especially the mailman Moogle. Let's see here. Topic, Moogles are so cute. So freaking cute. OMG, I just want to cuddle them.
Aww.
Mog is so cute!
He is. Okay. You did remind me of something, that there is actually a way, there is a technique for making characters look cute. I figured as an artist you would know that.
Yes.
Or at least you've seen...
It's about infantilization.
Yes, exactly. And there are certain specific mathematical ratios about, like, eye size versus body size versus whatever. Like, it's really fascinating to me.
Moogles exemplify that. They got heads that are way bigger than their fat little bodies. That big-ass little palm on the back of their head.
But they don't have eyes, though. Like, they don't have the big eyes. They don't have any eyes since they have them closed.
But they also have cat-like features, so their little squinty eyes are like, they look like content cats.
Oh, yeah. Cats are pretty adorable.
Especially when they're doing that meatloaf sit and they're doing that sleepy eye blink. God.
Smash Fest. I mean, sure, we'll put it in triangle. Alright. Oh, and that didn't cost me anything. Okay. That didn't cost me any Rain. So let's head to the other area and see if we get another bad feeling bit. It wasn't those, right? It was these?
Nope. Yep.
I think. I hope. Do you want to search this place? Yes. She did not say bad feeling. And I got an evil leech. So great. Alright, moving on.
How can you only have a bad feeling when it's something we really want, Flaria?
Flaria is clearly worthless. This is why I like Rio.
Do you hate Project Progress?
I like Rio better. I miss Rio. She was a much prettier and much more skilled. When she wasn't a crybaby.
I was going to
really
say,
mean to say.
was kind of a crybaby.
She was, but she had the standard arc. I don't know. I'm sensitive to calling someone a crybaby since I heard that too much as a kid. So
Yeah.
I feel bad about saying that even about a fictional character.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had that
Alright.
said about me a lot too when I was a kid, so I was just like, I'll fucking show you, crybaby.
I guess. Yeah, I never mentioned on the show, but I've recently remembered that one of the things the bullies did to me, and I promise I won't try to take this in too dark of a place, but I was telling the Akamura too that like when I was a kid, the kids would actually have a betting pool going on to see who could make me cry the fastest. And I'm not saying anyone got rich. We were friggin' like 9 and 10-year-olds, but like everyone in the class who was a bully would kick in a dime or a quarter, and then whoever made me cry the fastest would get all the money and could buy like an extra candy bar at lunch or whatever.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, and teachers knew and didn't care.
Jesus.
That's what it was like in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, no one gave a shit.
Kids did that to me too. Not the same thing, but like when I left school, people used to laugh because I wasn't there. Kala would tell me. Like, there was one time there was a news crew outside for whatever reason, and one of the asshole kids in class was just like, I'm so glad Rachel isn't here anymore.
Wow. That is some bullshit.
But I got my comeuppance on that kid, because, like, in 6th grade, I went back to public school, and he was in my maths class. And our math teacher was like, here's how fractions and rounding work, and he's like, okay, here's a problem. Rachel, can you solve it? So I went up to the board and I solved it perfectly. And then I sat down and I saw the kid get this stupid fucking smirk on his face.
Okay.
And the teacher's like, does that look right to everybody? And he raised his hand and he went up there. And when you're rounding a fraction or a decimal, you're only supposed to round the 2 numbers after the decimal point, because after that it's an unimportant number. But this dip-ass kid rounded every single decimal up.
Regardless of how close it was?
Yes.
I see.
So then the teacher was like, okay, and dipshit kid sat down. And then the teacher's like, does this look right to anybody? And I'm like, no. And he's like, exactly, it's wrong.
Wow.
And I never dealt with that shit ass again for the rest of the year. I think he moved in 7th grade.
Seems rather rough for a teacher to say it's wrong that bluntly, but I mean, it's wrong.
That kid
so...
had other problems. Like,
oh my god! Wow, we are punching the shit out of things with our new move.
Everybody found that guy
Jeez.
insufferable. He, like, had this huge superiority complex, so even the teachers are like, okay, this kid needs to be taken down a peg. Gently,
Gotcha.
but taken down a peg.
I gotcha. So we've got a new move. I don't know if you guys saw me comparing numbers, but it's more accurate, it has a higher chance of crit, it drains more guts. The only thing it doesn't do is its base damage is less than our kick, but who cares?
But, like, I was also that kid in class who was late to the next class because I would, like, at the end of class, I would talk with my teachers about the subject.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, I made friends with my teachers because, like, I wasn't getting good grades, so I wanted them to at least have a decent time with me in class.
When I was growing up... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're
But
okay.
when I was growing up, I tried to make friends with my teachers, too. They didn't feel very receptive of it, and I actually got mocked for it by my classmates. So I'm curious if I had just different teachers or a different teaching style or whatever. But that's really interesting that you say that. Because I kind of gave up doing that when I moved here to Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's also because that's when No Child Left Behind kicked in and a lot of standardized testing took precedence. And, like, my teachers were like, why aren't you doing your homework? And I'm just like, don't worry about it. I'll have good test scores so you don't have to worry.
Nice.
And then midterms would roll around and I'd have excellent test scores, so they're like, okay. I had F's in class, but I tested 100%.
Wow.
Thanks,
And that's
Bush.
all that mattered, right?
Yep, thanks, Bush.
Weird. Yeah, that was right around the time I got out, because I graduated in 01, which was Bush's first year in office. So actually, he wasn't... Wait,
He
passed
it in 02.
What? Oh, he passed it in 02?
I think.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
actually, Google that.
When was No Child Left Behind enacted? That is Win 27 and Knockout 19. Good God.
When was No Child Left Behind enacted? Overwhelming bipartisan support in 2001, signed into law January 8th, 2002.
Okay, so I was out before it mattered.
Yep.
And that's Win 28. Which means I definitely need to move up a rank, because Cut Zero just tapped out before we even had a fight.
In fact, we had the Ohio graduation test in high school. I aced the fuck out of it.
I don't even know what the Ohio graduation test is.
What it is like in sophomore year,
Ugh.
each student would be given a test over the course of a week. It was like every basic subject to see if they could pass, and it was basically the GED test.
Gotcha.
Like, if you could pass a GED test at sophomore year, then I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Mission accomplished?
Yeah.
But I was advanced proficient in everything but English, which I was above proficient. Specifically writing. But I hadn't taken up writing before then.
Oh, right, it's R1 to separate us. I've been hitting triangle this whole time. Since that's...
Muscle memory?
Yeah, that's the way it is in Monster Rancher 4. But, like, it's not R1, or it's not triangle anymore, because triangle is a move now. Whoops. Ugh.
But I was advanced proficient in everything except for above proficient. When I dropped out of school in my senior year, they actually had someone from the state sitting in on my hearing, desperately trying to get me to reconsider.
I remember you saying that.
Because if I dropped out, they'd have to remove my test scores from their list.
Yeah, you were wrecking the curve. I was a curve wrecker in school, too. I was a great test taker, which pissed everybody off.
Yep. I think I told you one time, there was a teacher I had, social studies. We all took a routine test, and the next day, in our class, she was pissed as hell. And she sits us all down, 15 minutes before close, she's like, or 15 minutes before the final bell, she's like, okay, now we're going to talk about the test we took yesterday. You all failed miserably. We went over the material the day before. Why did you do so bad? There was one person who got 100 in this class. They don't have to hear this. You can leave early. And I got my shit and I left. And that's the day I made a classroom full of enemies. That's
not good, though. Like, I mean, in my opinion, that's, like, the teacher shouldn't have singled you out like that, even for a positive reason. Like,
but even then, at the time, I didn't give a fuck about what anybody thought of me.
Fair enough.
What are they gonna do? Leave nasty notes in my
Whoops.
locker? Beat me up? Whatever, I'll take a finger.
See, I've never had that attitude, so, like, I can't even relate to that.
Some chick threatened to beat me up one time in 6th grade, and I told her, okay, you're gonna be missing some fingers after, but go for it.
Like, I never stood up to my bullies, which could be, like... Standing up to your bullies doesn't work. I'm gonna just say that right now. It does not work. It does not change them. It might help you, you know, like, it might settle it for you. It might give you the confidence to get through it. It might help you learn how to stand your ground, because learning how to stand your ground is an important skill to have in life. But, like, it doesn't make them see the error of their ways. It's a very rare bully who, like, will change their entire personality once they suffer the same consequences.
Yeah.
Because honestly, most bullies are bullies because they have those bad consequences at home, and they need someone else to take it out on. So, anyway, my point is, like, so since I never stood up to my bullies, I don't know, I was a victim. Like, I became more of a victim, and I don't know. Plus, I never, like, you know me, I don't have that threatening personality. Like, I can't threaten people. It's not in my blood to threaten people.
And it's like...
Even if it is to stand up for yourself, like, I just don't.
Yeah, it's like part of the thing is I'm visibly autistic. Like, I put on a show of looking normal, but when I'm alone, I make no facial expressions. In fact, it was only right before I met you that I had control of what my face did. Because, like, there was one time I was in class, and my teacher pulled me aside after, and she's like, you just had this look of grief on your face, and I wanted to see if everything was okay, and I'm like, that's kind of funny? I didn't know my muscles were doing that. And she's like, I just want to know you're okay. Because I was having problems even then.
I gotcha. Oh,
but,
God.
like,
Look what the prize is.
Is that a sack?
No. Look at the name of the prize.
It's Carl.
There you go.
Get it!
Okay.
I need it!
Alright, anyway, go ahead. I just figured you'd want to see that.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, people didn't like me, but they didn't mess with me.
Yeah.
Now, they mess with my friends a lot.
I probably would have... I remember in 10th grade, I don't remember what exactly happened, but at some point, someone said one insult too many and I stopped giving a shit. But, like, I completely stopped caring about them, and all of a sudden, like, the insults eased from everybody, which was interesting. It taught me something. But,
Yep.
you know, but I can't force myself not to care. You know?
Yeah.
I usually care.
Like, people would often actually get the most of a rise out of me by messing with my friends, because it's like...
That makes sense.
I was in the bathroom one time and someone had written something shitty about Kala. And I saw that and I, like, pulled out a Sharpie and I'm like, whoever wrote this has the ugliest personality in the world. I hope you die.
Jesus.
I mean, I was also 15, so...
Yes. But Kala's a sweetie, so it makes sense.
You do not mess with Kala.
No.
You mess with my best friend, you're gonna get my fist.
Kala is working where I work. We actually finally ran into each other. And her name tag says Callie.
Aww.
I.e. I know it's adorable. But
that's cute.
I'm hoping to get her back on the show.
Yes, Kala is a fucking peach.
So... There's a whole bunch of guest hosts who want to show up and who I have been trying to get back on the show. Yoshi wants to come back. I'm trying to get him back. We just can't line up our schedules. Darren has been requested back. Drew needs to come and have his first show. Kala, I want her back. Like, we're getting everybody back together for this. And
we're getting the band back together.
Yeah. Yeah. The Pirate Cove band. So you can freak her out and make her run away.
Here comes Pirate Cove Man with his Pirate Cove band of pirates. We're gonna steal the treasure and eat some pizza and have some fun and play some video games. Spend all your money in Pirate Cove.
Was that the song you sung then, or did you just make that up?
I just made that up.
That's why I keep
That
you
is now the
around.
1992 jingle for Pirate Cove, if it ever got off the ground. Hit me up, Cawthon. Let's do a collaboration.
This is why I
Don't
need...
actually hit me up. That's all I have in the tank.
This is why I need... What the hell?
He heard the Pirate Cove song and he got sick.
Awful. Awful. That is not a little harsh. He should be a lot better than that. You were full of energy and you crapped out on me. Anyway, as if Scott Coffin is listening to Monster Rancher 3.
You never know. The guy could like Monster Rancher 3.
Hey, commenters, go email Scott Coffin and tell him to watch this episode. Provide a link. Tell him to watch this episode of Monster Rancher 3. If you can, even give it the timestamp so he knows exactly where it is. And then that way he can email us with his thoughts about making some jingles for Five Nights at Freddy's.
You're embarrassing me.
Anyway, that'll do it for today. Hopefully we can find some more things and keep this going, because we're finally hitting our stride with this game. I feel like I've learned a lot, but we still have one more episode left in the session, so hopefully you join us for that one. And thanks for watching, Scott Coffin, if you're crazy enough to follow a link that one of my fans said.
Sweet. Thanks for not thinking we're spam.
But if you didn't, whatever, you're not hearing this anyway. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode.
Bye.